Hello and welcome to this pit stop for US Telegraph, designed by Marcel-Andre Casasola Merkle and published by Super Meeple. In US Telegraph, 2 to 4 players are going to be playing across a modular board, attempting to build their buildings themed in the Old West of the United States. On a player's turn, they've got 2 options. They're going to draw buildings from their building stacks, or they're going to construct buildings already drawn. When you draw buildings, if you look at it and you're not able to construct it immediately, you simply put that onto the suitable place on your map, such as this cemetery, which will go down here. You get up to 2 draw actions on your turn. If you do draw a building and you can build it immediately, you get to put it into play on the map by paying the resources you need to pay. For all the actions you take, up to those 2 draws, if you don't use them, you get to take resource cards into your hand, which will help you pay to build your buildings onto the board. So let's look at the various ways in which you can build onto the board. For this corral here, we can choose a spot adjacent to one of our own buildings so we don't suffer a penalty for starting another settlement. And then we can look at the resources required. In this case, it's 2 water and 1 wood. And there's a suitable spot here in which the resources are on the space in which we wish to build or adjacent to it and not covered up. So this corral can go into play for free. And that will be the end of my draw action. Now, if ever you empty one of your stacks, you have to put one of these regional tiles into place somewhere around the edge of the board, wherever it suits you. That doesn't really suit us as red, but don't worry about that. And then we continue on. So the map will grow over the course of the game. Now, instead of just drawing and keeping or seeing if you can build, you can take the construct action, in which case you can build up to 3 of the buildings that you've retained on your own board. So let's look how we can do that. If we choose to build away from one of our started settlements already, we're going to have to pay an extra resource for each settlement we have in place. So in this case, I'm going to choose to build this telegraph station all the way up here, which means I'm going to pay 1 resource. Now, it requires 5 resources of any type, and from here there's just 1 wood available to us. So I'll have to put that in there, and then I'm going to have to pay in 5 resource cards I've been collecting by not taking my actions, and pop that in there. The other way in which you can build is that these buildings come in a little tech tree of 7 different areas. And if you've already built a building higher up in the tech tree, if you like, than the one you're looking to build, you can build it adjacent to that one for free. Now, the way telegraph stations act is you can always build adjacent to another telegraph station. So for my second construct action, I could put this one into play over here and not have to pay any resources or worry about what's on the board because it's adjacent there. Like the main street will let you build the church or the Wells Fargo or the blacksmith, or this fort will let you buy a frontier post, and so on and so forth, reducing your costs. Now, why did I bother going all the way up here? Because there are 2 ways in which you can get an instant victory in the game, and blue was very close to getting one of them. There'll be a major city in play for each of the players, and if any player is able to construct a line which is uninterrupted of their own buildings between 2 major cities, they instantly win. The other win condition is if you manage to build all 30 of your buildings. Now, if ever you build all of the buildings of one type, for example, if we manage to build all of our telegraph stations here, we're also going to get a worker, and we can use that worker to add to either our 2 draws or our 3 constructs, which we choose on our turn. Again, looking to join up 2 cities or build all 30 of our buildings we have available to us. Whichever of those happens first, that player will be the winner of US Telegraph. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of gaming, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.